When I left, her face was full of tension and surprise, as if she wasn't a cold, domineering 32-year-old corporation president, but a 22-year-old young woman in love. I realized the man she loved had returned to the party. My heart tightened and then relaxed, and I smiled in relief. I should have anticipated this day sooner and thought of how to face it. Leaving was for the best. I took out the cancer diagnosis from the drawer. I coughed lightly, and a strange sweetness rose in my throat. It was terminal cancer stage for no cure. I used to think if I died, would Lily cry sadly and desperately. Now it seems I was overthinking it. 10 years of marriage couldn't stop her from remembering her first love. She still didn't see me as her husband. 10 years ago, Lily made an agreement with me. As soon as her first love returned, we would divorce immediately. I agreed without hesitation, because I wanted to repay a debt of gratitude. I still remember that car accident. Blood was all over the ground, and the smell of gasoline was strong. My parents and younger sister lay motionless beside me. Flesh and blood blurred at the scene. Besides the strong smell of gasoline, there was only the darkness of despair. Lily appeared then. She was still wearing a motorcycle helmet, using all her strength to pull my family out. In a daze, I saw flames erupting suddenly. Maybe the car was about to explode. But Lily didn't retreat. She gritted her teeth, using her bloodied hands to pull each member of my family out of danger. The car didn't explode, but that huge fire burned the car. My family had spent all their savings to buy, and also burned away my life. My parents and sister didn't survive the emergency treatment. I lay in the hospital, wrapped in white bandages like a mummy, blankly staring at the ceiling, crying for days. Lily came again. Actually, she had always been there. She was the one who paid the hospital bills, the one who found nurses for me. Even though she couldn't see my face under the bandages, she still gave me an encouraging smile. Her smile was so beautiful. In countless nights of despair, in countless suicidal dreams, I always remembered Lily's smile. She gave me a second life. She saved my family from being burned to ashes. In the car accident, she was a ray of light in that dark night. Following this ray of light, I got through every long, endless night, enduring all the torment of illness. Finally, I could be discharged from the hospital. The bandages on my face were also removed. My body was full of injuries, but luckily, there were only a few small scars left on my face. Not too ugly on the day of discharge. I thought Lily would come to see me, but she didn't. A few months later, I met her again. She was drunk in a bar, while I was using my fairly decent singing voice to sing a love song for a bit of food. Lily stared at me drunk. She walked over, lifted my chin, and said, "Handsome guy, you sing really well. Come here and drink with me." I was a bit stunned, not expecting my life-saving benefactor to have such a side. I silently drank with her. She drank more, and finally she cried, saying that the person she loved had gone abroad. I asked why he went abroad. She didn't answer, only saying that there were too many couples in this world who loved each other, but couldn't be together. Your voice sounds a lot like his. I'll come to see you often, Lily said. Lily treated me as her first love, a substitute, just to stand in. She came every night to listen to me sing, rewarding me with a lot of money, and occasionally taking me out for late-night snacks. And I took care of her attentively, so she could be happy and relaxed at night. In the morning, I could comfortably sleep in a hotel. Over time, we became close. She gradually saw me as someone she could rely on. When she was sad at night, she would fall into my arms and ask me why I was so good to her. I thought, my life was given by you. How could I not be good to you? Of course I didn't say that, I just joked. You give me so much money. Of course I have to be good to you. She also laughed and started complaining to me about how her family was urging her to get married, urging her to the point where her head was about to explode. I immediately said, "Then marry me. I'll reluctantly help you out this time." Her expression suddenly changed, raising her hand to slap me, but she held back. In the end, she silently looked at me for a long time and nodded. "Okay, men as good as you are not many. We can try being together." Because of the car accident, my body was rescued, but it couldn't do heavy work, and I couldn't use too much brain power for mental work because it would give me headaches. So I was a full-time stay-at-home husband. I let Lily have no worries, able to immerse herself in the work she loved. She was very satisfied. Of course she didn't love me, just felt that I was really a good, reliable man. So we got married logically that night. I was very happy because I felt that I liked Lily, like this woman who gave me a second life. But she wasn't happy before. She thought marriage was not important, just a formality. But at this point she regretted it. The sacred marriage, after all, was not just about finding a meal companion, a life partner. The person she wanted was him. So Lily made a condition. If her first love returned, we would divorce immediately. Okay, I agree. My thoughts returned to the present. The night was getting darker. It was past midnight. I coughed again. The smell of blood in my throat was getting stronger. I had to go for treatment. Only then could I live a little longer, could enjoy the last moments of my life. I started waiting for Lily's divorce agreement. As soon as we divorced, I could leave. At dawn, the sound of high heels rang out. I woke up from a nightmare, turned my head towards the door, and only then realized my neck was terribly sore. My internal organs also hurt. It turned out I had fallen asleep on the chair. The wine and steak on the table in front of me were still untouched. Lily pushed the door open. She had become mature and shrewd, just like a female general who had fought on the battlefield. Usually, when she came home, she would definitely still have some lingering anger. And as soon as she entered, she would say, "I'm so hungry." I would cook for her, and at the same time get water for her to bathe, and then prepare herbal medicine for her, to soak her feet, and massage her shoulders. But today, when she came back, she didn't say she was hungry, but just hummed while taking off her high heels. She didn't even notice I was waiting for her. He's back, he's returned to the country. I chuckled softly, and as my dry lips parted, blood flowed out. I quickly took a tissue to cover it, pretending to wipe oil. Lily looked up at me, her smile instantly fading, and she stopped humming. Her expression was complex, awkward, extremely obvious that she wanted to talk about divorce with me. It was just that I had taken care of her for 10 years, spoiled her like a real wife, and she wasn't comfortable opening her mouth. After all, raising a dog for 10 years would also create feelings, let alone a person, and I was a person with feelings. So I didn't bring it up. With a puzzled mood, I asked her, "You didn't come home all night. Where did you go? Was the company busy?" Lily averted her eyes, lying as easily as flipping her hand. I wretched once get up, go prepare breakfast. She only likes to eat the rice I cook, not used to the rice cooked by the helper. David, or are you not tired? Lily suddenly asked me. I just didn't look at her tired. What's tiring? I've taken care of you for 10 years. Almost like your useless stay-at-home husband. I'm more like a helper than any helper in your house. Today is not tiring. Her lips slightly pursed. Not tired. I'm very happy to be the taste tester of your cooking. I chuckled lightly, the laughter causing a stomach spasm, a cramp, to the point where I couldn't help but cough. You caught a cold, are you okay? Lily took 2 steps forward, but then stopped, seemingly wanting to deliberately keep a distance from me. My heart felt a pang of sadness. If it were before, Lily would definitely step forward to touch my forehead. Even if I was a man she didn't love, it's okay. You should rest. Let me make breakfast myself. Breakfast was ready. Lily was looking at her phone. Seeing me come out, she subconsciously put her phone away. The phone interface seemed to be a chat message. I told her to eat breakfast. She ate habitually, once again, using a complex and awkward gaze to look at me. I looked at her silently, saying nothing. Maybe I should take the initiative to bring it up, to spare my benefactor the awkwardness. But what was I daydreaming about? Deluding myself that she would give up her first love for me. How ridiculous. Finally, Lily spoke. Do you still remember our promise? My body unconsciously relaxed, my back slightly hunched, but I immediately straightened up. He's back, just returned to the country yesterday. Lily emphasized, looking in another direction. I wanted to force a smile, but my cheeks were stiff. I raised my voice. It's been 10 years, and you still can't forget him. What do you mean by saying this? Lily frowned. What I mean is, I interrupted her, because I didn't know what I could say. Lily frowned even tighter, seemingly realizing my thoughts, realizing my unrealistic illusion. This made her slightly angry, so she immediately showed the coldness of a female CEO. Mr. David, I have never loved you. Please abide by the promise. The cold morning wind blew in from outside the door. My body suddenly felt cold, and I couldn't help but cough violently. Okay. Divorce agreement is on Tuesday. Wish you a good day. Lily didn't come home again. She asked her secretary to send the agreement to me. and supervise me signing it. Don't delay any longer, Mr. David. Sign here. In a month, go to court with CEO Lily to get the divorce certificate. Secretary Sarah pointed to the blank space of the agreement, her expression also very complex. Looking at me with some sympathy, I sat on the sofa, weakly nodded, then slowly got up. My fingers still trembling, truly tired. Not tired from physical exhaustion, but tired because my life was gradually withering. I picked up the pen, glanced at the agreement. Lily was very generous to me. She left this villa for me, and also gave me an additional 50 million yuan. Mr. David, there's one more condition. Please take a look. Sarah pointed to a line of text. I glanced over and silently pressed the pen down. After the divorce, the male party must not appear in front of the female party for any reason. Otherwise, it will be considered a breach of contract. It was a new condition. The physical pain was awakened by anger. I gasped, clutching my chest, as if wanting to tear apart the pain caused by cancer. Mr. David, are you all right? Sarah was shocked. I lowered my head, sighed, and slowly signed my name. Each stroke written was a farewell over 10 years. Each stroke written was erasing every radiant smile of Lily. Finally, after finishing writing, I come down, raised my head, and smiled. Signed. Sarah took the agreement, sighed softly. Mr. David, don't be too sad. Actually, I think CEO Lily really likes you. It's just that she's stuck in the past and can't get out. Her love stopped 10 years ago. Sarah was not only Lily's secretary, but also a good friend, knowing many things. I waved my hand. Don't talk nonsense. CEO Lily will deduct your salary. Go next month. I will go to court with CEO Lily to get the divorce certificate. Sarah sighed, took the agreement, and waited for her to close the door. My whole body relaxed like a pile of rotten meat, sinking into the sofa. Too tired, too painful. I wouldn't live to see the day of getting the divorce certificate. After signing the divorce agreement, Lily and I were considered finished. 10 years of marriage ending in one day was also a predicted outcome. So my debt of gratitude was also repaid. I used 10 years of my youth to take care of Lily, thoughtfully, never letting her suffer a bit of hardship. And today, releasing her to freedom, my wish was fulfilled. It could even be said to be meritorious and complete. Thinking of this, I even smiled ruefully at myself. I was so virtuous. I would definitely become a Buddha after death. Yumetba. The front door was suddenly pushed open. Someone unlocked the house with a password. Our house all used face recognition for verification, and no one had used the password for a long time. I turned my head to look towards the door, only to see a tall, well-dressed man in casual clothes walking in. He glanced around at everything in the villa, not noticing me, weak and sick, sitting on the sofa. Who are you? He was startled, then gave a meaningful smile. David, Lily's husband, right? You don't seem to have the aura of a man. You look really weak. Yeah, indeed, lacking aura. I squinted, recognizing him as Lily's first love. This villa, Lily and I chose it together, very memorable. So I came back to take a look. I didn't expect she still hasn't changed the password. The password is still my birthday. She's really nostalgic. He explained, pointing to the password lock, his expression somewhat proud. The password, unchanged for 10 years, had become his trumpet of victory. I clenched my fists. The password was his birthday. I remembered when I asked about the password. Lily said it was random numbers. I'm too lazy to change it. Anyway, this laziness had lasted for 10 years. I woke up, I laughed at my own stupidity. I shook my head. You will rarely come back, so take a better look. I will change the password right away. Oh, what do you mean? He raised an eyebrow, looking at me. He took himself as the homeowner. Of course, he wouldn't want me to change the password. Lily and I are divorced. This villa is mine. I stood up, trying to maintain the best attitude possible. I was also a tall, handsome, well-educated man, no less than him. It was just a pity that I had cancer. So my aura was lacking. Is that so? His mouth curved into a smile. My friend David, I'm not short of money, but this villa is a beautiful memory of mine. So I will pay you more divorce money. You leave the villa for me, no way. I refused directly, not because I was greedy for the villa, but because I was about to die, and I no longer had a home. This villa was the only place I was attached to. Dying here was also considered returning to my roots. You should know that Lily loves me. I can drive you away at any time. He said coldly. She might not value me, but after all, I had lived with Lily for 10 years. So would she resent me? Huh? Are you deliberately making trouble? The divorce agreement clearly states that. This villa is mine. I emphasized again. He was silent, looking at me. He sneered, you are quite a good gigolo. I don't know how your parents taught you. Did they teach you how to be a gigolo? I bit my lip, my body trembling, and immediately collapsed, shutting my mouth. He became enraged. Who are you daring to tell to shut up? He took a step forward, provocatively pushing me. I immediately lost my balance and fell to the ground. I only felt my head spinning. My body, already weak, was like a lump of dough with no strength left. At that moment, Lily returned. She heard us arguing, so she rushed in quickly. Just as she entered, she saw him glaring at me angrily, and I was weakly falling to the ground. Dude, are you playing the green TB*TCH role here? Do you need to pretend like this? He mocked, shaking his head. Explaining to Lily. Lily frowned. Coldly said to me, get up. What are you pretending to be weak for? She unconditionally defended him, with no trace of the previous affection for me. My heart ached again, gasping, trying to stand up, but couldn't stand up at all. Cancer was truly disgusting. Sometimes I looked as normal as a healthy person, but I had no strength at all. Sometimes I would suddenly feel palpitations. My body weakened like a chick. Dude, you are also really disgusting. You look like a woman. Really pathetic. Seeing that I couldn't stand up, he clicked his tongue. TSK, can't even look at it anymore. Lily became even more angry. David, what are you doing? Are you losing face? I have cancer, I said, finished, and sat down to rest. The two of them were stunned. He held his stomach and laughed. Hey dude, you're not really playing like a child, are you? Playing this game? Lily pursed her lips, showing extreme impatience. I pointed to the drawer of the TV cabinet. The diagnosis is in there. Before Lily could react, he had already gone to look, flipping through it twice. Haha, the documents are still brand new. The ink is still fresh. I admire you, you're saying. He meant I had forged it. Lily also looked through it and casually threw it away. Don't play this game anymore. What should be given to you? I've already given. Are you still not satisfied? It's not about being unsatisfied. It's just that this is my home, and I will not welcome that man. I looked at him. He smirked. Lily, this is our old love nest. How can you let an outsider live here? Give him more money and drive him away. Lily frowned upon hearing this, saying nothing. I looked at her, at this wife who had been with me for 10 years. She also looked at me, her eyes flickering, then looked at him and said softly, I've already bought a bigger villa. Leaving this one for him is also okay. No way. I like nostalgia. I want to live in this one with you. He was very firm. Lily sighed, her gaze shifting elsewhere. Her words directed at me. David, I will give you 1 billion yuan. You leave here. In an instant. My eyes dimmed. My whole body was tired. All strength was drained. I knew that 10 years of marriage had come to an end. I had also repaid my debt of gratitude to Lily. I owed her nothing anymore. After a moment of silence, I smiled freely. I want 2 billion yuan. After all, a man's youth is also worth something. Right, okay. 2 billion, then 2 billion. I left the home I had lived in for 10 years. Finally, looking back, after the sadness was relief and liberation. No more attachment. Over 10 years, I thought about repaying gratitude. But unknowingly, I had developed feelings for Lily. I could tell that she also cared about me. But compared to her first love, I was just a dog she had feelings for. If so, I just considered it as repaying my debt of gratitude. Truly relieved. Anyway, I wouldn't live much longer. Why should I bind myself? I could enjoy myself. I went to the biggest bar in the city that night. I called over a dozen beautiful girls. They hugged me one by one. Although I was very weak, my mood was very relaxed. There is a saying, isn't it, men, even when they die, are still teenagers. Teenagers love young girls. I went paragliding again, skydiving, off-roading. The more exciting, the better. It had to be said, it was really great. Spitting blood while enjoying it. Afterwards, my body couldn't take it anymore. I played for 10 days and reached my limit. I had to rest. I rested for 2 days, accumulated a little strength, and went out again. This time, I went to the cemetery to visit my parents' and younger sister's graves. I visited every year, only that in the past 9 years Lily accompanied me. She didn't know that the people in the grave were the people she had pulled out of the sea of fire. She just thought I was pitiful. All my loved ones were gone, lonely and alone. That's right, lonely and alone, unburdened. I sat in front of the tombstone until dark, got up to leave. Then my head spun and I fell to the ground. When I woke up, I was in the hospital, a large, empty ward. Only various machines constantly beeping. Outside, several doctors were whispering about my condition. A familiar voice rang out. What? Terminal liver cancer. How could it be? He was just fine last time. This voice wasn't Lily's, but her secretary, Sarah. It seemed. Sarah was the one who brought me to the hospital. Mr. Davids. Medical records have been entered into the system. For a long time. He really has terminal liver cancer. We have repeatedly asked him to be hospitalized for treatment before, but he didn't agree. The doctor said. Seriously, Sarah couldn't believe it. She immediately made a phone call, but no one answered on the other end. Oh no. CEO Lily went on her honeymoon with him yesterday. No one can contact her. Sarah was so worried that she wanted to bang her head against the wall. I shrank back and coughed. The saying illness comes like a landslide was indeed true. I had to get treatment. We have carefully studied the treatment plan. We hope you will cooperate. The doctor didn't say much and started having me sign papers. In this world, there were still people who didn't want me to die, even if only for professional ethics. If I get treatment, how long can I live? I asked. It's hard to say, but if you don't get treatment, maybe you only have a little over a month left. The doctor's expression was extremely serious. Only a little over a month left. Then it was still better to get treatment. Anyway, I wasn't divorced from Lily yet. This damned waiting time for divorce. I accepted treatment. It was a pain and torment that no one could understand. Every day hair fell out and blood flowed out. Enough to shoot a horror movie. Waiting until I was a little more stable, Sarah finally could come to visit me. Seeing my complexion was worse. She couldn't help but feel sad. A person who was about to die actually had a worse complexion. It was probably the final glow before death. Final glow before death. So it means I'm really about to die. Is the divorce waiting period over yet? My voice was like a torn rag, leaking air, hoarse and hard to hear. Sarah checked the date. There are still 3 days left before it's over. 3 days later, you can officially divorce Lily. From then on, no longer related. Good. Try to hold on for 3 more days. Yama can't take me away. I smiled, encouraging myself. Sarah, who was originally lively, was now silent, but her eyes were red-rimmed. I found it a bit funny, and then looked out at the sunny sky, feeling my complexion even rosier. Then I have to do one thing. Sarah, can you get me pen and paper, okay? Sarah didn't say anything, and immediately went to find them. Pen and paper are here. Then I can write. I could write now. Actually, it wasn't anything too serious. Just some last words. Anyway, I had 2 billion yuan. I slowly wrote my last words in the notebook, thinking of something, then writing it down. After I die, please bury me next to my parents and younger sister. The address is South Cemetery. Section 8. Row 6. Donate 5 million to the Hope for Children program. Donate 1 million to the Children's Fund. I had quite a few last words. Sarah curiously poked Mr. David. Are you writing last words for Lily, silly girl? What are you peeking at? I wrote my last words for 2 days. The final glow before death. Effect significantly weakened, and I started to be better than again. Weak. Just a slight movement would cause pain, from head to toe, making me want to jump out of the window and commit suicide immediately. Death was the end of suffering, but I still had to wait. Wait until I received the divorce certificate. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. The time had come. Sarah disappeared last night. She didn't do the night shift, but went home early. The ward was very quiet. I could hear the sound of liquid flowing in the tube. I didn't know if it was because it was too painful, but I was completely numb. Today, I didn't feel pain again. This was really strange. Anyway, when it was the final glow before death, I always felt pain, but now it wasn't painful. I tried to sit up, clenching my fist. There was a little strength. The important thing was it wasn't painful. I seized the time to finish writing my last. Donate to my hometown Bindao. 1 road and 50 street lights. Donate to East City Orphanage. 300 million yuan in cash, as well as various living supplies. After I die, if my organs are still usable, donate them all. Only leave a little bone for my relatives. To burn into ashes is enough. After writing the last word, my strength was drained. For minutes later, I fell down like a dry log. At the same time, the ward door was pushed open forcefully. Lily had come. She had finally returned. For some reason, I had a little strength. pulling the blanket to cover myself tightly. I didn't want to see her. Felt that if I saw her, I wouldn't die in peace. David, what are you doing? Lily slowly walked in, her tone indifferent. Sarah said you have cancer. Are you addicted to me again? Using such a cheesy and corny trick. I didn't answer, lying in the blanket with dark thoughts, thinking that it would be good if she would just get lost, so I could enjoy my old age. Could I speak up? Don't pretend anymore. Lily yelled loudly. Our agreement was made 10 years ago. You also agreed I didn't do anything wrong to you. Right. You didn't do anything wrong to me. So please just go, please. David, take. Lily walked to the bedside, ripped open the blanket. Are you faking illness? Not wanting to go through divorce procedures with me? What exactly do you want? Her words stopped abruptly because she saw me. Saw my ugly, rabbit-like head. Saw my hollowed face, saw my skinny body. I shrank back. It hurt. Hurt even more than when I was in the car accident. 10 years ago, David. Lily's whole body stiffened as if struck by lightning. Then she couldn't believe it, rushing to my side. Her whole body uncontrollably trembling. Opening her mouth to shout, David. I couldn't respond. David. Lily suddenly cried loudly. Are you really sick? Why did you hide it from me? You bastard. Why did you hide it from me? Why would I hide it from you? Didn't I show you all those test results? It's just that you didn't believe it. And also, could you please not touch me? I'm about to die from pain. What are you saying? Say something. You will be okay. Lily was still crying painfully. I'm in too much pain. I fainted this time. I slept for a long time. When I woke up, it was midnight. I blinked for a long time to regain a little vision. But I had been moved to a more luxurious ward. Maybe Lily had helped me change wards. She had used all her strength to save me. I had won against Yamo again. Truly amazing. The light in the room was dim. I couldn't see clearly, but I heard the door opening, someone coming in. I thought it was a nurse, but it was Lily. Lily sat by the bed staring at me without blinking. I closed my eyes, but my eyelashes were twitching. Very obviously, that was a sign that my life was not yet over. Are you awake? Can you open your eyes? Lily was overjoyed. I couldn't respond. Too tired, and I didn't want to listen to her, nagging about some troublesome dream. The ward door was opened again. Not knowing who came in, I heard a deep male voice. Lily, you've been here for days not sleeping or resting. Your health won't hold up. I'll find 3 nurses to take turns taking care of him. You come with me, no need. Lily's voice was firm and stubborn. The man was silent for a moment, then sighed bitterly. I want to ask you, do you still love me? Why? After I came back, you didn't pay attention to me anymore. Lily was silent. The man. Actually, I have already realized that you and I are no longer the lovers of 10 years ago. From the moment we met again, your mind was not focused on me at all, but you deliberately got close to me, deliberately trying to find our lost love again. You were deceiving yourself, trying to convince yourself that you still love me. The man took 2 steps closer, seeming to be observing me. But you really don't love me anymore. Maybe it's because of your reason here, huh? In the end, I still lost to this womanizer. Shut up. Lily gritted her teeth, not allowing him to scold me as a womanizer. He was silent. Lily clenched my hand again and said hoarsely to him, Get lost. I really don't love you anymore. I was obsessed with the regret. At 22, not seeing you for 10 years was my fault. I mistakenly thought that when the person I loved most was close to death, I realized that my biggest regret was not you, but him, Mr. David. This man named him finally left dejectedly. Lily leaned down and kissed me. David, I love you. How should I say it? Or should I die with you? I'm really in too much pain. I turned my head to one side and fainted again. When it was dawn, I was awake again. It had to be said that my life was really tough. Sarah sat beside me. Seeing me awake, she breathed a sigh of relief. Mr. David, it's good you're awake. Do you want to eat something today? I felt a little appetite. Maybe because my mood was better. I nodded. Sarah picked up the prepared bowl of porridge and fed me. As a person who was about to die, I didn't care if I could eat porridge or not anyway. If there was just eat. I swallowed with difficulty. But after swallowing a few mouthfuls, I vomited it all out. It turned out it was cooked by Lily. No wonder it was both mushy and sticky. Just now I thought it was cooked by Sarah. So I tried to swallow it to avoid making her sad. Mr. David, what are you vomiting? The ward door was pushed open, not knowing where Lily had been hiding for so long. She walked in. Her eyes were red and swollen. It's hard to swallow, so I vomited. I turned over to lie down. I was already uncomfortable, and having to drink such unpalatable porridge made it even more, having to lie on my side to relieve it a little. David, do you hate me that much? Lily came closer. Sarah made way. I have indigestion. I have to lie like this. I turned my back to her, getting more and more uncomfortable. Lily sniffled, trying to hold my hand. I hurriedly pulled my hand back. Don't touch me. My skin is like it's being burned. Touching it is very painful. These words were all true, but they made Lily even more heartbroken. I know I'm sorry to you. I have always lived in the regret of the past. Actually, I have loved you for a long time. It's just that I was too ugly. Lily's tears flowed down. I listened, my head aching as if it was about to split open. Could you please stop nagging? I'm about to die. Listening to you nag. I'd rather die. Please, please. Please spare me. Lily covered her mouth, tears streaming down her face. I had eaten a bowl of porridge and almost had Yama take me away. I rested for several days before regaining some spirit. Looking at the weather, it was really beautiful. I tried to clench my fingers. The back of my skinny hand immediately tightened. I could feel a little strength that had been lost for a long time. Maybe today was really my final glow of life. I couldn't miss it. Sarah, Sarah. I called out loudly. Sarah didn't appear. Lily appeared. She was holding my notebook of last words, looking at me with a painful expression. Are you awake? How are you feeling today? I frowned, staring at the notebook of last words. What are you doing with my notebook? I'm helping you perfect your last words. Also correcting some places. For example, you said you wanted to donate organs. I think it's unnecessary. I hope you will be whole. Lily's eyes became red again. My last words made her uncomfortable. I was extremely angry. Are you sick in the head? What does my organ donation have to do with you? Is it that when I was alive I was useless? After death, I can't even exert any use. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I just hope you will be whole. Lily repeatedly waved her hands. Her expression panicked, like a child who had done something wrong. For 10 years, she had never had such an expression. Now that I was about to die, she had more rich expressions. But I found it annoying. Give me back the notebook. I stretched out my dry hand. Lily gave me the notebook of last words. I picked up a pen, started correcting the places she had messed with. I have long been unrelated to you. What qualifications do you have to correct my last words? Lily just silently watched, tears wetting the collar of her clothes, her face full of regret and sadness. Luckily, Sarah came in. Otherwise, I didn't know how long Lily would cry. CEO Lily, what's wrong? Sarah was a little surprised. Lily, wait a minute, Sarah. Today I finally have strength. It must be the final glow of life. Final glow of life. Indeed, Sarah, hurry. Prepare a car. Take me and Lily to the Civil Affairs Bureau to go through divorce procedures. Now, I only have this one thing left undone. If this thing is not done, I won't be able to close my eyes in death, because there's a thorn in my heart. Sarah cried out and hurriedly looked at Lily. Lily burst into tears on the spot. Honey, don't be like this. We won't divorce. Okay. We won't go through divorce procedures. Okay, I beg you. She cried like rain, collapsing weakly on the ground, no longer having a bit of the demeanor of a female CEO. But I shook my head. Must divorce, this is the thorn in my heart. Divorcing, then I can close my eyes in death. I wrapped myself in a thick coat, wearing 3 winter hats, sitting in a wheelchair. Sarah ran around in the Civil Affairs Bureau, helping me with the procedures. Actually, the procedures were very simple anyway. It was just a divorce. But Lily stood beside me, her eyes getting redder, having already cried, her eyes swollen. When it was time for me to sign, she once again begged. Honey, don't divorce. Okay. I have loved you for 10 years, always loved you really. Without you, I no longer have the courage to live. She started crying again. Passers-by started to pay attention, not understanding what this beautiful girl was crying about in a divorce place. Mr. David, that bastard, him, has run back to America. CEO Lily really doesn't love him. She loves you. Sarah clenched my pen, preventing me from signing. My head ached as if it was splitting. Could you guys please stop talking? I really hurt. My life is about to end, and you were still here talking about sentimental love. Can't live without love. I just want to pull out the thorn in my heart. To die peacefully. Is that difficult, Lily? I answered her, Lily, I have also loved you for 10 years. But now I really don't love you anymore. Please let me go. I turned my head to look at Lily, looking at her with an indifferent and numb gaze. I was like a dry branch in the cold winter, only praying to die, because I couldn't bear this bone-chilling cold. Lily's whole body trembled, shocked by my gaze. She almost collapsed, her lips trembling, muttering, "You really don't love me." I nodded heavily. She took a step back, almost falling. Sarah hurriedly supported her. I seized the opportunity to sign my name on the divorce application. I remembered my promise to her. Indeed, divorce Lily. Lily staggered forward, calling loudly, "Honey." I tried to raise my head to look at her, also calling her, "Lily, honey, what did you say? Say something." Lily hugged me tightly, constantly trembling. "I'm fulfilling my promise to you. Do you remember?" I reminded her. "Remember what?" "I remember everything. I can't forget you." Lily hugged me even tighter. "Remember to sign, receive the divorce certificate." I was exhausted. Lily completely collapsed, wailing miserably. I closed my eyes, the pen in my hand falling down, my whole body relaxing. At this moment, I finally pulled out the thorn in my heart. Finally, I could die peacefully. My head tilted to one side, my clenched palm loosening. No longer seeing anything, no longer hearing any sound. Only on my face a smile blunted. Parents' younger sister. "I'm here to see you all." Lily's monologue. After David's death, I buried him next to his parents and younger sister. On the day of the burial, I didn't shed a single tear. Maybe I had already cried all my tears before. Sometimes I would hate God. Why treat me like this? Why leave me with regret when I was only 22 years old? Why let make up for that regret when I was 32? But leave me with an even bigger regret. But all things considered, I couldn't blame God, only blame myself. In those 10 years, obviously, I had many opportunities to tell David that I loved him. How could I not love him? The first time we met, I got drunk and woke up in the middle of the night in a hotel, thinking I had lost my virginity. But I saw David sitting by the bed swaying, his whole body soaked in sweat. He was truly a virtuous person. Many women didn't like virtuous men like that, but I liked them. So I married this virtuous person. This virtuous man was very talented, very knowledgeable about business, but was willing to become a stay-at-home husband because I liked to eat the food he cooked. If he hadn't married me, maybe he would have become a big figure in the business world, looking at every meal cooked by this big figure. I wanted to tell him that it was very delicious. I liked it very much. Every time he cared about me, I liked it very much. But I never said it, because I stubbornly believed that the person I liked was another man. I indulged in David's gentleness and goodness, but ignored his gentleness and goodness. I foolishly went to fulfill my youthful dream. That regret, I must make up for it. But on my honeymoon with him, I only felt awkward and distant. Was I not that young girl anymore? Was he also not the pure first love in my heart? The honeymoon was very difficult. Every day was torment. But I still stubbornly believed that, as long as we gave ourselves time, we could still return to the way we were before. Until I went to the hospital, saw David's skin and bones. In just a blink of an eye, I collapsed. The youthful regret, the youthful dream, all vanished. In front of my eyes, there was only this David who was about to die. Finally, I knew I loved him. I couldn't leave him anymore. But in just a few short days he died, buried under the cold ground. I looked at his tombstone, slowly sat down, pressed my face against his cold name. Motionless. The skies suddenly started snowing. The freezing winter had come. Bone-chilling cold wind poured in from my sleeves. I was shivering from the cold. But my heart was numb. "David, I'm also numb like this, waiting for you to come back. Okay. You must also be very cold, right?" "I'm sorry." Snow fell all day and night. The cemetery was covered with a layer of snow. In front of David's tombstone, a pile of snow, like a small mound rising up, like a person lying prone on the tombstone, falling into eternal sleep. End of story. Thank you for listening to the end. Please discuss the story and check out other stories on the channel. If you like it, please like and subscribe to support my channel. Thank you.